today we are headed for our next shakedown. This is the first time we've been out in about 10 months. So we are going from Tennessee 91 to Double Spring Shelter. It's about 3.1 miles. Like I said, since it's our first time in a while, we don't want to go too crazy the first time. So, and we also have a lot of new equipment this time that we're going to be trying out. So, here we go. We're really excited to be back out here and looking forward to trying our new packs. We have a new pack and a new tent. So, we don't want to go too far with having all those new things. It's a beautiful day. It's about 69 degrees. It was 72 where we live, so just a tad bit cooler here. And it's actually barely sprinkling rain. Here's the iconic barn with the AT symbol on it. Definite photo op time. Since the trail goes through this large field at the moment, the blazes are on these rocks along the way. Okay, now we're getting back into the woods, out of the meadow / field. I learned from another YouTuber that is called bear corn, and it is actually a laxative for them when they come out of hibernation, to help get things going. So how cool is our creator? And the YouTuber I learned that from is Nancy East, and she is through hiking the AT this year, 2026. And she is just a wealth of knowledge about things like that. So I highly encourage you to follow her and watch her videos. Could be from a bear. Spring is springing. A humongous root ball on the blowdown. Switchback. There's a pretty view through the trees. And then the blowdowns. Thank you, trail maintainers. Amazing hard work. It is noticed and appreciated. Stopping to get some water. This is the only water source from where we started to where we're going. So, and we brought, knowing that, I'm carrying 6 liters, I think, 5 liters or 6 liters of water already. Brought it from home. So now we're gonna get a little bit more. Speaking of water, words are hard. Look at this nifty water situation Old School made for us. He went to Lowe's and got food safe tubing, and then we just cut it and then stuck it down in our water bottles, and you can drink on the go. So this is a game changer. May apples. And then look at this. Beautiful bench. Thank you, whoever made this. I don't know what those are, but they're so cool. Curled up. I wonder if they're gonna unfurl or if they've already done their thing and or have furled. Yes, there's a lot more. We'll have to look those up. That's Old School's pack squeaking, in case you're wondering.
Or joints.
He said, or joints. We have a little less than a mile to go to the shelter. The tent site we're hoping to get is actually 0.1 past the shelter, so a little bit more than that. But the weather's been amazing. We've had a breeze most of the time, which helps tremendously. And it didn't sprinkle very long once we got started, thankfully. So I pray this weather continues while we're here. This is a pretty part of the trail where it sort of opens up. Here's the shelter, Double Spring Shelter. Has a picnic table and a fire pit, and someone forgot their, oh no, it looks like it's ripped. Uh-oh, They're Canuck. That's not good. But look, someone put a decoration on the table. So fun. And then we are going to go 0.1 mile past this to our tent site. Well, I was wrong about the water sources. Either I looked at far out wrong or far out's incorrect. But there's a water source right here near the shelter and the tent site. So that is wonderful. There's the tent site. How pretty. And there's a fire pit. I don't think we'll be using that. And then look how dry the stream is. I think we're in a drought. Look, hardly any water at all. We are going to get our new tent set up, and then I will show you everything once we're finished. Here's our new tent. Excited to try it out. It's so much easier to set up than the one we had, and it's bigger. The one we had before was a 2-person and it barely fit 2 people, but this is a 3-person, so it's a little bit bigger. So we'll have a little bit more room, thankfully. And snack time. I'm gonna sit in my comfy chair and have my snack. Here's another new piece of equipment I got. It's a chair. I cannot do sitting on the ground anymore. So this is my luxury item. It only weighs a pound though. Totally worth it. And then I'm going to show you my new pack. There's my new pack. It's a ULA Circuit. This is its maiden voyage. And then other new equipment, that's a Bear canister. Old School's using that. And then I said that Old School had a new pack, but it's a new old pack. This is a Kelty he had in the 70s and is using it. How cool is that? Another example of how he got his trail name, Old School. Supper time. I'm having quinoa mountain chili by Alternative Route Meals, which they are no longer in business, which is sad. It's a small, locally owned business. And we bought as many of these as we could when we found out they were going out of business. So I'm going to get my water boiling in my jet boil and get this in there to rehydrate. I'm looking forward to it. I was super duper wrong about the water sources. Here's another one. This one's near the tent site we're staying. It's a lot better source. So I'm going to fill up my water bottle, and then filter it. Okay, the water boiled and I got my stuff in there and stirred it. Now I'm going to put the lid on it and wait 10 minutes. While I'm waiting for my meal to rehydrate, look at my food bag I got for Christmas. Old School had it made for me. It's from Hilltop Packs. Has our picture on it. There's a waterfall up there. So fun. I love it. It's been 10 minutes. Let's check it and see how it's doing. I was able to stir it better with my right hand. For dessert, I'm going to have some dried nectarines and this date fix. This stuff is so cool. They have different flavors. This one is ginger and all that's in it, dates, orange blossom water, and ginger. And dates are so good for you. those are so pretty. They're like purple ferns. I'm not sure what they are exactly, but that's what they look like. There's one that's a little more vibrant. This is so pretty. The moss on this tree. This is so pretty also. The rocks with moss on them. It's the next morning. It is 53 degrees. It feels really good out here. And now we are going to go get the bear can that we left several yards away from camp. It's over that way. Yes, safe and sound. So we're going to get that and then go fix us some breakfast. I've already had my coffee this morning. Breakfast time. Old School's already started in on his, and I'm getting ready to fix mine. What are you having this morning?
Oatmeal with grits.
He said
coffee.
He said oatmeal with grits and a cup of coffee. And I'm going to have, I assembled this at home. This is oats and edamame puffs, dried apples, dried cranberries, soy milk powder. I think that's it. Oh, and some walnuts. So I'm going to get that going in the jet boil. And in the meantime, while it's getting ready, I'm going to have some dried bananas. While I'm waiting for my breakfast to rehydrate, I want to tell you about our night we had last night. I didn't sleep very well. I don't think Old School did either, but I think the first thing that happened is sometime during the night, my sleeping pad deflated completely. There was no air in it at all. So we had to get the inflator and inflate it more. And then when we finally went back to sleep after that, which takes a while, I heard something walking near us. So we, got quiet and listened, and I turned my headlamp on and shone it, and there were two eyes looking back at me. Now, it was several yards away, but so then Old School got up to investigate, and he saw two more eyes. About how many yards away do you think it was?
30 to 40 yards.
30 to 40 yards.
The distance of our bear can.
And I think it was deer.
Cool.
So, yeah, that was cool. So, that's the night we had last night. We just left Double Springs Shelter, the tent site, and heading to Low Gap. It's about 3.5 miles, and we're already starting with a climb. Video just does not do it justice. We just saw a thru hiker, which is always cool. It is an absolutely glorious day. These trees have formed an archway to go under. It is very windy today. Which I don't mind because it helps keep us cool. And I know you can't see it from here, but left of here is South Holston Lake. We can barely see it. not, but out there is the lake again. Through the trees there. Let's see if I can point right there. Is the lake. We're about a mile away from Low Gap, and the climbs on this section have been a lot steeper than yesterday's, but we've also had a lot of downhill, and downhill is easier cardiovascularly, but it's actually harder technically because you can't go as fast, you have to go slower, and it's harder on your knees. And these leaves in places are really thick and they're slippery, so you have to watch out for that. I don't know if this is for erosion, to prevent erosion, or what, but that's interesting. Also, there's a turkey nearby. We hear it. We made it to Low Gap. We had an amazing time. Amazing weather. Thanks for watching.